welcome. Be sure to watch this whole video. You know, I've never tagged someone before, like in a voiceover ever, or any way in my videos. Joe Rogan. You guys, how can we get this video? How can we get Joe to watch this? I used to not be too much of a fan of Joe because I always liked this guy, but he's a great guy, except that he's just too a little, not as much as most people, but he's got that logic. He's so stuck on logic, and I think this is a good video for him to see. Like, let's see if he fights this. I don't want any attention, but the reason I'm even thinking about Joe is because just randomly on a short, like, you're like on Facebook, I had it here on my PC, and just talking. These are just highlights of the video. Please watch this, you guys. I'm telling you, it'll blow you away. I think some even like you're like your cousin that thinks we're all crazy would be like, okay, this is something's going on here. There's so many. I'm only showing you a few. There's got to be 100. I mean, more. I don't even know. Is because there was a short, and all of a sudden he goes Ron Moorhead, and I was like, whoa. I was like, what? And then he's like, it could be fake. He's like almost trying to encourage that it's fake. And see, he's just Mr. Logical, like pretty much still. So he knows all of this stuff that goes on, but I think he's hit a wall where he's just I think he needs to see something like this. This I can't reach someone like him. I don't want to do it. I just want to do it for a reaction. I mean, if he ever put me on, of course I'd probably get 100,000 subs from him. You know what I mean? And that would be great. But it's to me, you guys know me. It's more than that. I want to hear, because he was kind of putting down Ron, and me and Ron don't know each other. We know of each other, but not. We almost went out together with Connie Willis and Ron. I kind of regret not doing that with those guys. Hey, Connie, I want Connie to see this too. That's all. So I was just a little bit like, if I was Ron, I would have been like, "Excuse me, Joe." Like, Joe knows nothing really, and that's why I want him to see it. But huge, if he ever does, hey Joe, and I love Joe. He just needs, what he really needs is to come out with me for a couple hours. Is what he really needs to do, and when he goes back, he will never be the same. So that would be exciting, wouldn't it? Does anyone know how to send it to, like, a link to him that to like say, look, Joe, just watch this. I won't do it myself personally. I just want to somehow like tag it, or maybe one of you just posted it and someone saw it and he got it, or so I was just hoping maybe, he's a busy guy. He's got ice baths to take, and I'm just kidding. Um, and I just want to, I would just love to get his reaction. Over now. Don't, you guys, please do me a favor. Don't stop watching this. I left it. I left it all because I want. It's pretty quick and it's not boring, and because I want you to see how this is done. I'm not here to show you them. They don't want me to. I don't think. They've told me, I don't know where I'm at these days with that, but you won't. This will just make you. It'll show you. You know what? In a sense, like you guys can be in a forest like this if you wanted to, something similar, a pine forest. It's the same thing. Like, in other words, when you're there, like, I don't see anything. Believe me, if you're seeing the structures in any way, like what's in this video, even if it doesn't look good, but you're seeing the same stuff. They're there. They're all around you, and you'll most of the time look and be like, oh, I knew this was mind blowing. But what I'm trying to say is, here we go. Most of the time, you'll just stand there and be like, ah, nothing here.
more worried about a flat tire than I am about myself. Oh, they blocked it. It's so good up there. Oh, yes. What is this? I'm falling to pieces. Yeah, I'm falling to pieces. But the other one's breathing. What is this? Wow. This is not some road that, like, why would they make this? Oh, that's it for me. Look at this. Ah, I got a bug in my helmet. What is this? This is why I want a motorcycle. I would have spent the day just to get to here. Oh wow, this is good. Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow, I can't believe it. You guys don't know this, but I thank God. Way more than I need to. Holy sh! Wow! Yes! Unbelievable! Look, someone cut this. I know it's from that town because there's this hidden town up here, you guys. It's a crazy thing. There's summer. There's no power there. It's for summer. Look at the tribal. It's unbelievable how good it is. You see the X? Look at this X. It's all being used. Look at that, because no one goes up that road. Are you kidding me? I almost got a flat tire every single time. And it's dangerous. I'm so far away. So if I was to get a flat now, I'm in trouble. Like, I'd have to sleep here. There's no way I would get home today, so I wouldn't even try. I'm not putting myself through that. I would sleep right there. I'll sleep. I'd rather sleep right where they sit, because believe it or not, it's less eerie. Because if you go off somewhere else, they all come over and stuff. I'd rather just be right where they are. Like where I would sleep. I've slept right underneath X's. You guys got to see how good this. I'm on the GoPro still. I didn't want to switch yet because you guys, this is so good and big. Look at, you got to see the view they have. The view is unbelievable. You can't tell yet. I'm gonna switch. Let me switch to my cell phone out there. I'm gonna stay here I'm gonna be here for a while. It's gonna be hours. I'll be here next 2 hours. But like I said, and you guys got to see how unbelievable. It's the forests. You got to find the right forest, ones that have never been affected by humans, like cut down before. And sometimes you don't even know it had been cut down, like in the 50s. People just aren't processing that. This one's old and I like it. I could keep going, but there's snow. I could even get by that snow. Do I keep going? You guys see this teepee structure? Wow. I'll tell you, if you push it, I had already left. I went down. Look, you guys see this X? Look at the X. It doesn't get any better. That's why I don't want them touching these forests. Well, it'll never be the same again. We're gonna lose these guys on this kind of scale of beauty and knowing they're there. What this tells us is everything. And without that, we're in a lot of trouble with these guys. We have got to stop butchering these forests. You know, look at that X, you guys. I mean, start turning Walmart parking lots into tree farms then. Stop. This is our R2. That's all yours. All we've ever wanted were these little roads. We don't care about anything else. So we're just gonna come through. We gotta come up here. Am I saying this because this is what I do? Yeah, that's really the only reason. Well, look at this. I hope the GoPro can see it good enough. The GoPro really doesn't get you far. Man, these guys, this guy went crazy. I know it was somebody, I know this is part of that town, I think. Like I don't know where that would go. This is big, 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 big. Those are all structures. Now, do I go up and go by do Do I keep going? Where would this possibly go? Why would someone make this? There hasn't been any logging. I hope you can see this. I mean, that's insane. I'm telling you, if you just lifted only their things like that X right there, and then put it out in the middle of a field, just exactly the way it is right now, then your mind would melt. It's other things around it that your brain has to take in as well, which will dull down just how special that X is right there. I mean, that's unbelievable.
There's a few spots that could certainly use a voiceover here, but I don't want to do that and ruin this video, except for this just real quick, because what I want you guys to do is you'll see I zoom back to these spots. And as I move around, it's so important. These guys are shifting and moving and everything, and they change. Sometimes I forget, but you'll see as I go around, like kind of keep an eye on the places I had zoomed to. I zoom back in on here, and everything changes. It's amazing.
I'm freaking out. Give me a minute. I think I fixed my phone. Did you notice it was black on my cell phone clips? This better not be like that. If it is, I'll have it fixed by next one. My phone keeps changing its settings. These are all X's. See in the back? Big guys. This is, there's a certain common sense to this. There is. I tell you not to use it, but use it when you see an X that's 150 feet tall. And another one. And another one. And then active borders. What did I see? I mean, you guys got to see it took me a while, to stop because I was just blown away. The snow just melted here. Just melted. Looks like they were doing things under the snow. Sometimes I wonder that's what those pine cones are for. And they're literally inside, and they have tunnels in the snow. I'm almost sure of this. Because we found them. If you go to the right places where there's drifts and stuff. You'll see them. Where the snow's melting, you'll see them. The tunnels. I filmed it one year. You can see where they made their tunnels all through the snow. So I believe animals do that too. Wait for this, you guys. I'm not leaving here. This is something really good. I mean, look how good that is. It doesn't get any better. Tell him, Diesel. The only time I do, hey Diesel, if you're listening, I do think about, every time I say stuff like that, I'm never concluding you guys, But I do think about that, except for Diesel's. Because he's in New Jersey finding tridents and X's that will blow you away. His channel is Diesel in New Jersey, YouTube. Go check it out. It doesn't get near enough attention. Knows exactly what he's doing. He's the opposite of me. He doesn't talk too much. I talk way too much. But what his knowledge is right there with mine. He is, in my opinion, yeah, he told me I taught him everything, but that doesn't mean he's not just as good at this now as I am. He's got it. That's all I'm going to say. So look at this. This is why you want the ancient farts, I was saying in some clip. I got so many now because I'm running the GoPro today. And the cell phone. And, oh no, it's just the GoPro and the cell phone. Yesterday it was all three. I didn't bring my zooming. I'm glad now I didn't bring it. It's all ready to go. I charged everything. And so the real question is, what is up there? What is this doing like this, you guys? You hearing me? It's not from being out of shape. It's a little bit from the winter probably, but most of it is because of, well, the other day it was my helmet. With the GoPro on, it blocks my breather. Here, look at this. I haven't found something like this in a long time, like this good, like that type of stuff. This is what you want. It's active. And the trail's just giant trails of 10-foot beings leads out and goes up there. I don't think I should follow that road. I think I should go right up into the forest. I do want to follow it, but I might wait just because of snow. They've got to do something for me here. Well, what I was going to say is I actually haven't been off the camera. I came up with the GoPro running and then turned it off. So I was off camera for like 10 seconds or something. You see this? It doesn't get any better than that. That's so good. Look at the end. It doesn't show up, but it's like hanging. See it hanging? Hey, forget about it. And then the one here, don't forget about it. Hey, don't forget about it. So first time, I'm trying to be quiet. It doesn't matter. I came up on that. You guys, you'll see in my GoPro the rocks that I had to come up. I was driving up a rock road. It was crazy. What'd I tell you? Every expression has a base truth. You got to go to hell before you get to heaven. Same thing with this. You don't have to go to hell to be involved and have the best, amazing, life-changing experiences. But you have to go through hell if you're me. If you want to take this to levels that have never been, there's a price to pay. Nothing is free. Ever. I'm not talking about money either. I am, but also not. There's always a price. What do I used to say? The bill, I heard that in a movie. The bill always comes due. Oh yeah, that was, you know what that was? Random. That was that movie, the End of the World movie. That black guy, what was the name of that? He's like, I think, wasn't that it? He's like, the bill always comes due. I mean, I used to say that anyway, and then when I heard him say it, I'm like, oh my God. It's true. Let's say you have a headache. This isn't the best analogy, but it gets you the point. You got a splitting headache. You take Advil, it took it away. Oh my God. Your price wasn't the amount of the Advil. The price was what your body did to get rid of the headache and what that medicine had to do to another part of your body for it to be removed. So now damage is done to your liver or somewhere else to remove that headache. Is it noticeable? Will it fix? Maybe. But if you keep doing it, the price will increase. One day, it will take your life. The bill always comes due. And to do what I do, takes your whole life just to make a silly video like this. Because it's not silly. It's the most important thing your eyeballs will ever see while you're alive. I'm right here still. It's fat. This is going to be a major thing of mine. It sucks because it takes me, how long does it take me if I just came straight here? Don't look in the forest, which I won't be able to not do. I don't know. I guess in a little over an hour going real fast. Like about an hour, maybe 45 I could do it. So you see this? This X, right? This is where that structure is. And I was just standing here off the camera, just like, I was going, thank you guys so much. Even though they didn't do this because of me, but I was just like, just that I could be here. And I was noticing this X is simply unbelievable. And just by accident, I'm standing underneath it. Like I just by accident stopped there. And then, but look, so this one, like it's amazing that it just happens to be that tree that's come down to earth, right? They used that tree, not that one, not this one. They wanted that one. And the one 20, 30 feet back. I mean, the knowledge they have of this earth and what they can do, the sight, the vision they have in these trees must be something taught to them. It's, there's some knowledge, you know, the only thing they told, a medium told me that, and they told me the same thing. That I said, why do you do this? And they told, the only answer they give us, which I don't believe is the only answer, is that it makes it easier. That's what they told me. A medium said, and that's why when I start to hear, that's when it's a fact. Because they told me, and then someone that has no idea that they told me the same thing, a medium. Julie, I was talking about the other day. We just can't see. I can see, I'm going blind. I can see, I'm going blind. Something I used to find all the time when I first started was them bending trees. Always. Look, it's bent all the way from back there, you guys. It's impossible. It's a physical impossibility to bend a tree in the forest. It would fall, bounce over whatever, bounce off whatever it could. Look at, see, all their sticks are thrown. So here's where they're not. So where's the seats? Here's where all the sticks are being thrown, you guys. No joke, look. I mean, it's crazy amount of sticks. Right? Where are they sitting? Looks like one was there. That was all last year. Let me look at this, you guys. I'm at the tallest of the tallest. So today would be the first day where, say, a person would be here. I mean, even with this, it's a little chilly. It's not actually. It's very comfortable. I would say it's 65, 3, something like that, and it's probably 80 something in town. I'd much rather be here. It's too hot in town. Here, it's gorgeous. I got no. That most of you won't care about. Motorcycles. It's one of the biggest mistakes noobs make on bikes, okay? So even though some people take the bikes for a while and they can ride, they don't know the basics. And that's how they die, they get hurt. This takes a long time before you're in a place like this by yourself, driving up gigantic boulders. This is nothing. You'll see the video coming up. It's straight uphill. And they'll do stupid things like this. Am I bragging? No. I mean, sort of. I've been riding since 5. I've never ridden with someone as good as, well, except when I was a kid. There's a lot of people better than me. But I have never ridden with someone that can do what I can do. So anyway, what'll happen is they'll get on that bike. See where it isn't. This is much lower. I don't know if you can tell. Down here. They'll stand it up, so when you come up here, you won't notice. You'll go like this. You'll straighten the bike up, and what it did, you just brought another 8 inches, 10 inches, where your foot is. And then what you'll do when you straighten it up by default, you're going to lean it to this foot for balance, right? And then what happens is you're gonna go back to re-lean. Your left foot you'll expect for it to hit the ground, and it won't. And then the entire bike will fall over because it'll be too high over here. So you always got to be real careful. Could I get on that bike and do it? Yeah, but I won't. I'd rather just come up here and I'll walk it out because just to be safe. Because I don't want to sleep here tonight. It's gonna be real cold here, by the way. Tonight it'll be 30 probably here tonight, something like 25, something like that. And I don't want to be. I'm not prepared for that. Would I survive? Absolutely. Because I'm good at that. I don't want to do it. That's the difference between me and like Survivor people. They love going out there like, look at me, I'm going to set up a camp, I'm going to tent, and I'm going to film it and get 20 million views. Because the people are so dumb that they're going to watch this instead of watching what is the truth of the earth, right? We're going to watch a guy camp. I'm guilty too. No? Don't get offended. Remember, I'm talking about me too. It's just that I know now because I've met them. I never even try. A little bit. I'm always looking. You can't help it. I'm hearing all kind of that is really weird. Like, what is that? Isn't it kind of weird to be hanging at the end of a branch? Why do I only see that here? Like when I'm on structures, I see these anomalies in the trees. I'm telling you. Same with diesel films it all the time. These nests of like death. Somehow they use it somehow. Someone will be like, oh no, I can't understand how, because you're trying to picture yourself up there. You guys, I film them all the time up here. They'll be like up in here, up in a window. So, to us, you'd have to have like belts on and be hanging from a tree. They don't have to. They could be anywhere like that. I mean, all I know is near the structures. But I'm willing to believe they could open a window in your house if they really had to. I don't know. I think so. I see too many people. I have too many people that contact me. It's really just Australia. Like you could say, they say this, I'm not saying he said this, but you could say the C word in every sentence. They don't think anything of it. You say it here, your wife will crucify you. It's like, you are not allowed to say that word to a girl, right? If you really shouldn't say it anyway. I think that word. Those birds are really chirping up there. I've been trying to ignore it now. They're talking to each other because in the forest. It's no shocker. But you if you're standing at structures, you gotta take in. You gotta pretend at least that everything could be them. Not to you, but like for you, I'm talking. Like you're out there, don't be fooled. So you're going to be fooled way less, I'm telling you, way less if you think everything that happens when you're at a structure could possibly be them. Amazing thing. I can't even tell you guys how hundreds of times now, hundreds. I've said, oh, it's just this, and I knew it wasn't, because then I didn't want to backtrack, because I can't explain it to people. People aren't ready, I guess. I don't know. But they just the other day, I did it on a video. What happened? Oh, the hawk. Remember, I was showing you their faces in the tree. You'll hear a hawk, right? Which sounds very logical. But he's inside on the ground. He's not up in the sky. He's in behind those faces, in where all the structures are. So I was like, I'm thinking they're using that. That's how they do it. Like, because no one will go running that there was someone talking in another language. It's very simple, you guys. Everything they do they know what a regular person will think. Okay, it's so funny how I'm embarrassed for regular people now. Or no, you guys, I came up. I got to go. There's a lot of animals, like with toes and stuff, coming up here. What is that? A bear? Or a cat? What is that? That happened recently. I'm not good at like animal. You guys, I found an incredible new place. And it all begins. What I showed you is nothing. It's nothing, I can tell by the forest and the trails leading into it. Right there. I'll be back for that. It's so good. Let me show you. Let's get tribal. So I'm just up. Like if you can kind of picture where I was filming, the road comes up and it turns. So really that's just like, I don't know, 200 or 300 yards that way. I got new eating right there. Doesn't look like a lot. Here, check this out. Man, there was a lot of animals coming up. Look. This is going to be good. No, probably more. Like 3 or 4 months, but it doesn't start till June. Look. See? That's from snow just melting. Look how smooth it is, you guys. Look how clean and smooth it is. I saw something else. Oh, I showed it to you. There's nothing over there. Even these coming out. I call them. I'm used to seeing it in bigger form. They're right there. I call it a walkway structure because it looks like someone prepped for a walkway. I used to own a landscape company. I used to see those all the time. I'm assuming they're still there. I just don't. I'm not really looking for that. All right, I'll be back. Those are all spots, not like this. Everything back there, you guys. Look, it's all trails. See, it wouldn't be clear like that. Those are all trails that lead to other ones. Really good. Again, this is just an exploration you're on with me. I'm not trying to blow your mind. I'm just showing you where I'm at in this. Showing you what's going on, where I'll be one day, how I found this. I was already going home. Something happened to me, you guys. I was like, should I go up there? I'm like, nah, look at all those rocks. What if I get a flat tire? Right? So I start going back down the mountain, which is a long way. And I stopped. I turned around. I said, hold on a second. I don't know, you guys. I would never say it unless it was true. That I might have had help turning around. Like someone said, no, come back. I didn't hear or feel that, but that's how this subject works a lot. You won't know. You really won't know. I'm telling you. And I turned around for some bizarre reason. I've been thinking about that the whole time. It's so good. It's so good here. I just want to show you where I was. Okay, I am almost, it looks parallel, but I'm still below the base of that. But it shows you where I am. And I don't think this video would have been complete without that. This video is learning. That's what it's all about, is to teach you how amazing this is. That's it. I'm not a teacher either, by the way. I'm not. I don't. But yeah, in a sense, through repetition and experience, we pass on. That's what all human is, even if it's wrong. We have never accomplished one thing on this earth, way cooler, without each other. What is this?